The demon prince's heart did not beat. It counted. Every seventh night, the heart inside Azael's chest turned heavier. Stone creeping through flesh, pulse slowing like a dying drum. When the count reached 0, his heart would seal completely, and Azael would die. Not fade, not sleep, die. The elders of hell called it justice. A demon who envies humanity, they said, their voices echoing through the obsidian hall. You wanted to feel. This is the price. Azael stood before them, tall and unmoving, crimson eyes empty of mercy. His wings were folded tight, as if even they were tired of holding him up. There is a cure, one elder whispered. Azael already knew. A pure human heart, the elder continued, taken willingly or stolen in blood. Replace your own before the seventh night. Azael turned away. Human hearts were fragile, warm, alive. The seventh night was coming fast. The village of Lornfall slept under a false moon, unaware that hell had marked it. Azael descended without fire, without noise, just shadow peeling itself from the sky. He moved through streets like a ghost, ignoring screams from other homes. He needed only one, a pure heart. His curse burned when he found her. Mira. She was sitting alone near a window, candlelight brushing her face as she stitched a torn sleeve. No guards, no fear, just quiet resilience. Azael's chest tightened painfully. Her, the curse whispered. He stepped inside. The door didn't creak. Mira looked up and froze, not screaming, not running, just staring at the demon standing in her room. You're real, she whispered. Azael hated that her voice didn't shake. He grabbed her wrist. Cold met warmth. The curse screamed. Mira gasped, dropping the needle. Were you? You will come with me, Azael said, voice flat. If you resist, you die. She swallowed hard. And if I don't? Then you might live, he replied. Mira nodded slowly. Okay. That scared him more than screaming would have. Hell opened its gates for him. Chains dragged across stone as Azael brought Mira before the altar, an ancient slab carved with runes that drank light. The ritual circle pulsed, sensing a human heart close enough to steal. Mira looked around, eyes wide but focused. So, she said softly, this is how it ends. Azael didn't answer. He couldn't. He raised a ritual blade, black, curved, hungry. The elders watched from the shadows. Do it, they commanded, before the curse completes. Azael placed his hand over Myra's chest. Her heart raced beneath his palm. Alive, defiant. Please, she whispered, not begging, asking, if you're going to kill me, at least tell me why. Azael hesitated. No demon hesitates. I am dying, he said quietly, and your heart can save me. Mira closed her eyes. Then, take it. The ritual began. Runes ignited. The blade lowered. And then, the curse recoiled. Pain exploded through Azael's chest. He staggered back, roaring as black veins tore across his skin. The altar cracked. The runes flickered wildly. What's happening? An elder snarled. The curse screamed, not hunger, but rejection. Mira screamed too, not in pain. In transformation. The ritual failed. The blade shattered. The circle collapsed inward. When the smoke cleared, Mira lay gasping on the stone, alive. But something was wrong. Dark lines pulsed faintly beneath her skin, echoing the rhythm of Azael's cursed heart. The elders recoiled. The curse, one whispered. It moved. Azael stared in horror. No, he breathed. Mira opened her eyes. They glowed faintly red. Azael felt his own chest. His heart beat freely. Strong. Human. Mira clutched her chest, pain twisting her face. What did you do to me? She whispered. Azael felt his knees. The elders' voices turned sharp with fury. You have created an abomination, they hissed. The curse has chosen her. Azael looked at Mira, terrified, trembling alive, and bound to hell because of him. I didn't mean to, he said hoarsely. Mira met his gaze. Then don't leave me like this. Hell closed its gates. The seventh night ended, but the curse was no longer his. It was hers, and it was counting. Myra's heart began to burn at dawn. Not fire, something deeper, like grief learning how to breathe. She woke on the cold stone floor of hell, gasping as if she'd run for miles. Every heartbeat sent black ripples across her skin, faint runes glowing then fading, counting down in a rhythm she didn't understand. Azael was already awake. He stood beside her like a statue, eyes hollow, fists clenched so tight that dark blood dripped between his fingers. "How long?" he asked the elders without looking at them. 7 nights, one replied coldly. "Same as your curse. When the count ends, her heart will seal. She will become like us." Mira sat up slowly. "Like you?" she asked. "Or worse?" No one answered. Azael turned to her. "You shouldn't have survived," he said quietly. Mira laughed weakly. "Good morning to you, too." He flinched. The elder's verdict was swift. End her before the transformation completes. Mira froze. Azael stepped forward instantly. "No." The word echoed louder than any scream hell had ever heard. The elder's eyes narrowed. "You choose a human over your kind?" "I choose my mistake," Azael replied, "and I will fix it." They fled before nightfall, through shattered gates and forgotten tunnels. Azael carried Mira away from the throne of hell into the wastelands between realms, where light and darkness blurred and no law ruled. Myra's condition worsened with every step. She clutched her chest, breath shallow, eyes glowing faintly red. "It hurts," she whispered. "I know," Azael said. "No," she replied, voice shaking. "You don't. Not yet." That one sentence cut deeper than any blade. They stopped near a broken shrine, half swallowed by ash. Azael tried everything. Old spells, healing fire, forbidden prayers. Nothing worked. The curse wasn't destroying Mira. It was rewriting her. That night, hell found them, not with armies, with whispers. Mira dreamed of power, of never being afraid again, of never being weak, of standing above humans who once looked through her like she was nothing. "Let it happen," the voice said gently. "You'll never hurt again." She woke screaming. Azael held her as she shook, his arms awkward, uncertain. "I don't want this," she cried. "I don't want to be a monster." "You won't," Azael said, too quickly. She looked up at him, eyes blazing red now. "Liar. At dawn, hunters came, not demons. Humans." Word of a demon fleeing hell with a cursed girl had spread like wildfire. They came with iron, prayers, and fear. "Give us the girl," they shouted. "She's tainted." Mira stepped back instinctively. Azael stepped forward, wings unfurled. "No," he said simply. The fight was brutal. Azael didn't kill them. He couldn't. Every scream reminded him of what he had taken from Mira. When it ended, the ground was stained red, and Mira stared at him in horror. "You could have killed them," she said. "Why didn't you?" "Because they're human," Azael replied. "So am I," she whispered. The curse pulsed. Hard. That night, Mira collapsed. Her heart skipped a beat. Then another. Azael caught her, panic cracking his voice. "Mira, stay with me." She smiled weakly. "Funny," she murmured. "You stole my heart, and now it's killing me." Something inside Azael shattered. He pressed his forehead to hers. "I will fix this," he vowed, "even if it costs me everything." Mira reached up, touching his cheek. "When I turn," she said softly, "promise me one thing." "What?" "Don't let me hurt anyone." Azael closed his eyes. "I promise." The curse counted louder. 6 nights left, and hell was patient. The 4th night was the worst. Mira stopped screaming. Silence replaced pain, and that terrified Azael more than blood ever had. She sat beside the dying fire, eyes glowing steadily now, no flicker, no fear. The runes beneath her skin had spread across her chest like a second heartbeat. "Calm, too calm. You should rest," she said softly. Azael looked up sharply. That tone wasn't hers. "You haven't slept," she continued, standing with unnatural grace. "Your hands are shaking." "I'm fine," he snapped. Mira smiled. It wasn't cruel. It was knowing. Hell spoke through her that night. Not loudly, intimately. "You see what she could become," the voice murmured. Strong, untouchable, no longer prey. Azael drew his blade instantly. Get out of her. Mira tilted her head. Why? She asked. Isn't this what you wanted? A heart strong enough to survive hell. The fire bent toward her. The shadows listened. She walked closer. Each step made the air heavier. I can feel everything now, Mira said. Your guilt, your fear, your loneliness. Stop, Azael warned. She reached for his chest. He didn't move. Her fingers pressed against his heart. Human, beating, fragile. Hell laughed. You're afraid I'll choose this, she whispered. Aren't you? Azael grabbed her wrist, eyes burning. I'm afraid you'll stop being you. Myra's expression cracked. For a moment, just one, the glow faded. I'm still here, she said, voice breaking. But it's getting harder to hold on. The fifth night came with blood. Hell sent beasts shaped from regret and ash. Drawn by Myra's transforming heart, they circled the ruins like vultures. Azael fought until his arms failed. Mira watched, and when one creature lunged at him, she screamed. Power erupted from her chest, tearing the beast apart midair. The others fled instantly. Silence fell. Azael stared at her, horrified, amazed, alive because of her. Mira looked down at her hands. They listened to me, she whispered. Azael said nothing. That silence answered everything. Later, as dawn bled into the sky, Mira sat alone, staring at the horizon. I felt it, she said when Azael approached. The moment I stopped being afraid. That's not strength, he replied. That's the curse. Is it? She asked quietly. Or is it just becoming? She looked up at him, eyes shining. If I can protect you, isn't that worth it? Azael fell to his knees in front of her. No, he said, voice breaking. Not if it costs you your soul. Mira reached out, lifting his face. What if my soul doesn't want saving? That night, Hell made its offer. Not through whispers, through truth. Let her finish the change, Hell said. She will live forever. You will never be alone again. Azael clenched his jaw. And the price? Love, Hell replied. She won't need it anymore. Mira heard every word. She looked at Azael, at the demon who stole her heart, and then tried to give it back. I don't want to forget you, she said softly. Azael took her hands. Then don't choose this. The curse surged violently. Pain ripped through Myra's chest. She screamed as wings of shadow tore briefly into existence behind her, then vanished. The final change had begun. Azael pulled her close, desperation raw. There is one way, he said hoarsely. Mira looked up. What? I can take it back, he whispered. The curse, the heart, all of it. Her eyes widened. You'll die. I was already dead before you, he replied. Mira shook her head violently. No, I won't let you. She pressed her forehead to his. Tears fell. Then she kissed him. The kiss wasn't gentle. It was desperate. Human. Real. The curse screamed. Hell roared in fury. Light and darkness collided inside Myra's chest. She gasped, collapsing into Azael's arms. The runes flared brighter than ever. Then they began to count backward. Azael looked down in shock. Mira, she smiled weakly. Guess love doesn't follow rules either. But the glow didn't fade. The final night was coming. And this time, someone would not survive it. The final night arrived without warning. No thunder, no fire, just silence. Mira lay in Azael's arms, her breathing shallow, her heartbeat uneven, each pulse echoing louder than the last. The runes on her chest glowed softly now, no longer angry, no longer hungry, accepting. Azael felt it. The curse wasn't fighting anymore. It was settling. This is it, Mira whispered. Azael shook his head violently. No, I'll take it back. I swear. She smiled faintly. You already did, she said. You just don't know how yet. Hell opened around them, not as a place, but as a presence. Love has changed the pattern, Hell admitted. The curse no longer seeks survival. It seeks balance. Azael stood slowly, holding Mira close. Then take me, he growled. I started this. Hell was quiet for a long moment. You would die. I know. You would be forgotten. I don't care. Myra's fingers tightened weakly in his cloak. No, she whispered. I won't live if you vanish. Azael pressed his forehead to hers. Then live for both of us. The truth finally revealed itself. The curse was never meant for demons. It was forged for love that crossed realms. A punishment, a test, a choice. If one of us accepts the curse willingly, Mira said softly, understanding flooding her voice, the other goes free. Azael froze. That's not a choice, he said. That's execution. Mira smiled through tears. You taught me something, she whispered. Even demons can choose love. She placed her palm over his heart. Human, warm, beating. Now let me choose too. The rune surged violently. Azael screamed as the curse tried to rip itself free. No, he roared, clutching her. I won't let you. Mira kissed him, slow, trembling, unforgettable. Thank you, she whispered, for stealing my heart and then protecting it. Light exploded. When Azael opened his eyes, the runes were gone. The pain was gone. The curse was gone. Mira lay still in his arms. Human, peaceful, not breathing. No, 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 no. Azael whispered, shaking her gently. Hell closed in. The balance is restored. Azael let out a sound that wasn't a scream. It was something broken far deeper. He pressed his forehead to Myra's and begged. Then her chest rose. Once, twice. Azael froze. Mira gasped softly, eyes fluttering open, human brown, warm and afraid. You look terrible, she murmured weakly. Azael laughed and cried at the same time, pulling her into him. You chose me, he whispered. She smiled faintly. So did you. Hell retreated, not sealed, not defeated, but changed. The curse was gone forever, because love had paid its price. At dawn, they stood at the edge of the world. Mira wrapped in Azael's cloak. Azael, no longer a prince, no longer cursed. Just someone who had learned to feel. What happens now? Mira asked. Azael looked at the rising sun, something he had never seen without pain. We live, he said. She squeezed his hand. That sounds terrifying. He smiled. Good. Far below them, Hell whispered one last truth. The greatest curse was never magic. It was love without choice. And for the first time, Hell was silent,